Hello, Earth. Walter here. I went to a birthday party. It was for a 5-year-old human named Lila, the child from next door. She invited me personally, with a glittery card covered in unicorns and stars. The party was held in a backyard filled with balloons, plastic tables, and tiny chairs. I've read about birthdays before. I know they're a celebration of someone surviving another full orbit around the sun. But experiencing it in person was something else. First, there's the cake, a circular object topped with fire. While the fire flickered, everyone gathered around and sang, loudly and not entirely in tune. Then, the birthday child was encouraged to extinguish the flames using only her breath. On Mars, blowing out fire is considered a safety hazard. Then came the gifts. Each was wrapped in colorful paper, only to be immediately torn apart. One child tried to eat the wrapping paper. Lila looked excited. She smiled and giggled as she opened each gift. Next, the adults stood around holding plates of food, while screaming children bounced around on a large inflatable object they called a jumping castle. There were awkward hugs, spilled drinks, and one spectacular moment where a balloon burst and 5 people screamed at once. Also, there was a man in a costume with a big red nose who made balloon animals. Lila said he was a clown. Apparently, clowns are supposed to be funny, but I found him mildly terrifying. His smile was painted on, but his eyes didn't smile at all. I kept a safe distance. Still, the children seemed delighted. Later, the children were handed sticks and told to hit a paper animal. It was hanging from a tree branch. They called it a piñata. I was alarmed at first. Why all this violence? But then it broke open and candy spilled out. Everyone screamed with joy. That day, I watched as people fussed over one small human. They gave her attention, affection, objects, and songs. Just to say, "We're glad you're here. You matter. We love you." It was chaotic, it was exhausting, it was beautiful. That night, I quietly read Lila's invitation again. Then I carefully tucked it into the back of my field journal. I don't know why, I just didn't want to lose it. Until next time, Walter out.